I'm having a stim. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
So like, are you? I don't know. Let me think. I'll get back to you.
Welcome back to the Messy But Thriving podcast. Vegas edition! Woo!
I forgot to say it.
And should we do it again?
Gang,
I
gang.
I like the California in me. So we got new mics. We're investing in the pod and now
Moving on up.
So let us know how you guys like it. Today's episode is about Jesus Take the Wheel, aka surrendering, aka letting life happen. Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I feel like every time I'm like, is that what it is?
Yeah, like hands off. Like stop trying to force.
Yeah.
I just want to say that, like, so we just got out of a Lyft, and, like, the Lyft driver was, like, spitting bars, lots of, like, wisdom, and when I realized that we were doing Jesus Take the Wheel, it's, like, because, like, when we were talking about doing this subject, I was like, yeah, because it's, like, not, like, giving energy to things that are out of your control. But he was talking about, like, taking agency over your life and, like, realizing that he said you are the co-creator of your own reality. And that's so true, but it's like, I don't know, I guess it's finding, like, the balance between the two of, like, what is in your control for sure versus, like, if people around you are not acting how you would like them to be, then that's out of your control. You can find new people, you know?
Well, one thing I like that he said was like, because like you said, there's certain things you can and can't control. Like he was like, if you're in a relationship and your partner is being like annoying or whatever, leave the relationship, not change your partner. Like understanding like what it is that you have control over too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also like the street interview that we did with the security guard, he was like we were talking about like, oh, like if people want you to change, then it's like those aren't your people. And I was thinking like, even though like you have to tell yourself, it's like if it's like you're doing toxic habits and they want you to change for the better, like they want you to stop doing drugs, and that's a whole other thing, but like they want you to like change like how you are, like who you are authentically, then those aren't your people, because you should be able to live your authentic life. You should be able to like separate yourself from like what society and like other people are doing.
So when do you know to let go versus to take control of your life?
I feel like it goes back to like what we talk about on every episode of the pod, intuition test. Like just knowing what, like how you feel like in response to like a situation. Like when we were out doing those interviews, we were like, should we do those people? And then we were like, no, I have a gut feeling like no, we shouldn't go up to them. Versus like, oh, I have a feeling that like they might be able to like say something that would be impactful for us. So kind of like trusting yourself. And yeah, I also feel like it goes back to I forget what episode it was, but we were talking about like how, Kyra, you were saying that like when you're going through something, you don't like to tell anyone because you want to not cloud your judgment and like give yourself the time to like develop your own opinion and like think internally about what you should do, versus I love to get input from other people and like see like if they have like context on just like the facts of the situation and they're not like emotionally attached to this guy that I was dating who, you know.
Yeah. You know when to let go when it's you trying to force or change things outside of you. So like if it's like you're trying to change a person or you're trying to change like just anything that's not you, really, just what's outside of you, I feel like that's when you let go of trying to control it and then you go back within, and then that's where you take control, is when you look at what can you do, not what can other people do.
Yeah.
At least that's how I separate it in my mind.
That's a good way to put it.
But I still struggle. Do you guys have any like times when you felt like you needed Jesus to take the wheel? Like where you were just like, you know what? I'm just actually gonna not even try to control or force anything right now, and I'm just gonna let this play out. Like, have you ever had something like that?
Yeah, I feel like I experience that a lot with like some like relationships, like whether it's like friendships, family, romantic or otherwise. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people complain about things in their life that they fully have control over. And we were also talking about this in the Uber. The way that was a 15-minute Uber and we talked about so many things. But it's like you have full like agency over your life and you have the resources and you're completely capable, but you have this mindset where it's just like, oh man, like this sucks, but like I'm not gonna do anything about it. That is like, it's really, as like me as like a friend or a sister or a daughter or a partner, it's really hard for me to not try to present solutions to those people. Like, because like we've been saying, I'm so like solution oriented. I'm like looking up where you can do this and do that, but like in reality, like people need to, they have to want to help themselves before any, like, because if they don't, like, if you don't want to help yourself, then like nobody else is going to help you.
I feel like for that one, like you kind of let go of the control to save your mental peace.
Yeah.
And of just like allowing them to make their own choices. But then at the same time, it's like, it's almost like they let go of control, but like that would be a time where it's probably better to like take some action. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like in that situation, it's hard for me to like, I just want to convince them that like everything will be okay, but like some people are just very pessimistic, I think.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I have to remind myself that I can't control how other people live their lives.
Yeah, I think in the past when I learned I really need to let go, it's when it's the opposite. I feel like what you were saying in a way, at least from my perspective or mindset, it's when I've tried 110%. I can't give anything else. The outcome is just going to be the outcome. And I can live in peace knowing that I won't regret anything because I know I did everything in my power to make it happen. And if it doesn't work out, then I know it's not for me. That, and then I feel like as I've gotten older, it's more like social situations where you can't, like you said, trying to control people outside of you. I feel like I've learned to let that go. And if I'm in a social situation and I'm like, oh, do they like me? Do you think we're going to be good friends? Like, what's going to happen? Did I say something wrong? I start overthinking it, and that's when I know I need to let go. I can't control people's reaction, and I have to assume the best. That you just have to assume that they do like you, and they do have positive thoughts about you, and just have to move on and know as long as you're trying to be a good person and you have good intentions, then that's all you can do.
Yeah, I relate to that too. Like, or like if I'm making a big decision sometimes, like, you know, like, oh, which job to choose or which date or whatever, I'm like, I do like a little research, but then like in the back of my head, I'm like, there's so much that I don't know that's gonna happen, like for each of these choices, that I almost like when I have like really big decisions in my life, I almost have like less stress about them, or I'm like, I do like the research I can, but it's like you said, like you can do all the research, but like life's gonna be life. Things are still gonna be, you don't know what's gonna happen. So sometimes it's just like, just decide, make a choice, and then just take the wheel. Like, I'm just gonna decide to do this, or I feel like that's when I let go too. Okay, opposite. When did you guys like take the wheel? When did you take the wheel? Like, when do you know that it's not like, it's better to actually put action rather than let go?
When not taking action isn't doing anything anymore.
At least in the past, I feel like I took control of my life when I knew I had no backup plan. Sorry. I thought you would stop, but you kept going. I was like, wait. But yeah, when I had my back against the wall and I had no one else to rely on, I was generally like alone, nothing in the bank. I had looked myself in the mirror like, you're the adult. Like, get yourself together. Like, you have no one else to take care of you. And then to be able to get out of it, it's so empowering. You're like, wow, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't glamorous, but it got done. Yeah. So that, and I don't know how to explain this. Like, you just know in your gut that if you really want something, you have to take control. You have to take actionable steps to get there. I can't explain it, but it's just like a good gut feeling. Like, this is my goal. This is my dream. And no one can get it for me except for me. And I think that's when I take control.
Yeah.
But it's very overwhelming though, because there's probably like a lot of steps to get to that goal. But once you take small baby steps, it gets there. You can get there.
Yeah, it's like finding that balance between, because I feel like when you're going towards anything, like there are times when you do have to surrender, and then there are times when you do have to put action. And it's like being able to find that balance between when it's time to let go, like, and when it's time to put more action. It's like, okay, do I put more force? Do I put more control now? Or do I like completely surrender? I feel like that's what I struggle with, like, especially when it involves like other people. But then I always have to remind myself, you can't change people.
Yeah.
Like, you just, all you can control is you.
Yeah, I feel like there's no right or wrong reason to do anything in life. Like you said, you just have to do it and then see what the outcome is, and like make small changes and adjust based on the outcome.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong. Like, you only know what you know in that moment, you know? So you have to have grace for yourself too.
I also feel like we have to remember that, like, relinquishing control and like being like, it's what is for me, and what's not for me is not for me, is different than like being ignorant to like what reality is. Especially when it comes to like tangible things with, like, I don't know, your health. Like, I feel like being like, what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen, like, Jesus take the wheel, is like not being like, oh, I'm just gonna sit back and do nothing. It's more like you can still have that mindset of like, I'm gonna entertain only the highest possible outcome, like we always say, but it's just like, we can't like waste energy on things that we know are not gonna be affected by our output.
Yeah, I feel like what comes to mind after you say that, at least for me, since I'm single and looking for someone in a way, but like, okay, that's a weird way to put it, but like, single and looking for someone.
Eligible bachelor, hit my girl up.
No, but I think that's a really good summary of a balance, because, so for example, to take actionable steps, like work on yourself, work on your health, work on your career, work on creating a life that you want. Those are actionable steps to find a partner, even though that's not the outcome, that's not the goal, but those are good ways to still build a life that you want, but somehow get your significant other, if that makes sense. So you're working towards yourself, building yourself up, but then you're letting go that, hey, I'm becoming my best version, and someone's gonna see that and match that energy, and that's the letting go part. It's like, I don't know when this person's gonna come, I don't know how, what, when, or where, but I'm taking actionable steps for myself, but that also simultaneously gets me to that goal in a way.
I'm ready.
Does that make
Sorry.
sense?
Yeah, that
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like, because
you can't just stay at home and be like, and expect someone to come. But
Right.
if you live your life, go to classes or take classes that you think
Put
are
yourself
interested
out
in.
there.
Yeah, take a workout things,
And he's
or
not
like
about
art
to
things.
knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hello?
I mean, did you guys see that TikTok of that man who was cleaning washing windows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like tucked in her bed and he's just like
chilling.
knocking on the window.
But yeah, it is a delicate balance, because like there's truths to both sides of it, I feel. I don't know. And then like there, like, it's like radical faith or having faith, but then also being rooted in like reality. But I go back and forth because I could be kind of extreme about things. So sometimes I'm like super one way, where I'm like, no, like it has to be, effort, like da da da, we have to do this, da da da. And then other times I feel like I'm so the opposite, where I'm like, you know what, it's just about aligning to that energy, and it's just about like being, just embodying like what it is that you're desiring. But I really do think it's both.
Maybe it's that balance of the masculine and feminine energy. Everyone has both. It's just when you choose to turn one on more than the other. 'Cause I think you do need both to be successful.
But it's just like, you can't ignore either side. You can't ignore the reality.
Yeah.
But then also you can't ignore like like the energetics of things
Yeah.
too, because they
Yeah.
both exist, I believe.
But I think that speaks to what you were saying, like, oh, I flip between the two. I don't know which one's wrong or right, but I think it's good to have both. Like, I don't think it's bad that you switch between the two to the both extremes.
Yeah.
Help.
Sorry, I've been needing to say this. Let it be, let it be. Okay. That was in my head for like 2 minutes. I had to get my vocal stim out.
I was gripping my thighs tight together.
What?
Oh, because
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Here's me slipping.
Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, sorry, dude, that's my vocal stem. I really wanted to say that.
Let it be.
Do you guys like? So, so like, are you? I don't know. Let me think. I'll get back to you.
If you think we have something significant to say, we need help.
Just say shit.
This is when the messy part comes.
I had no idea what I was gonna say.
But are there any areas of your lives right now where you feel like you are keeping your like growth mindset but relinquishing control and accepting or realizing that what is meant for you will come to you and letting Jesus take the wheel?
So on the relationship example, I feel like another example would be investing in property. You have to take actionable steps to save money, to budget, to look at homes. But then there's also the delusional part of me where sometimes I get stressed. I'm like, oh, I have this much amount, I make this much, this is how much I can afford. But then having that delusion about like something, I just feel like something's just gonna work out and I'm gonna get a really great place that somehow doesn't make sense to anybody, to any any realtor. And it's just gonna happen.
But I feel like that's the balance, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're still putting in that in
Yeah.
the actual effort,
Yeah.
and you're taking the aligned action. But then you're also mentally like keeping your mind open to
Yeah.
possibility, and you're not limiting
Yeah.
like what is possible. And because you have that mindset, you would be able to see an opportunity that someone else might miss because they don't believe it's like.
Right, because they're limiting
Yeah.
what they can achieve based on the black and white numbers.
Yeah.
So, how about you, Allison? Do you have anything?
I think I'll say, to keep it pod friendly, I'll just say my relationships in general. I'm really trying to like, my version right now of like letting Jesus take the wheel is like not like overthinking things, not like being anxious about things, like not thinking like, oh, this could happen and this could happen and this could happen, when it's like, if all of this is meant to be, then it will be.
Just be.
Yes. Just be.
Yeah, I relate to that. Like, but it's like difficult because then that's when the like delusional or like the energetic side has to come in too. Like, what's meant to be will be, you know. But then it's also like, okay, but also, what's actually going on? Like, like don't be too delusional where you're not like in touch with reality. But I don't know. I think you have to know for yourself too. I don't know. This is what I'm struggling with right now. Is like. Because I feel like being a little delusional is, like, usually how I progress. Like, to the next, whatever I'm doing, it's, like, how I get to the next thing. But then I'm also always putting in that work behind it, too.
I think you do have good balance. It sounds like you do.
But I think for relationships, it's hard because you can't
it's more
control another person.
Is it
It's more emotional, too. Relationships.
is it being delusional or is it speaking it into existence? Because like you woke up and you're like, we just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and I didn't even question it. Like, girl, we no. I'm like, yeah, and that's, I don't think that's being delusion. I think delusional is like actually like something maybe you should seek help for. But like,
But here's the thing: we're putting action.
Not the call to action.
as someone who has worked in the mental health population, delusional is something completely different. And I used to think I might have delusion until I worked in that population.
You saying I used to have delusion and me laughing is really bad. Mental health is serious, very important to me.
Yes.
And
To
all
all
of
of us. So.
But the one thing I noticed when I was working with people who were literally in psychosis and who were literally having delusions is they put no action towards what they were talking about.
Yeah.
They did not do anything. They're like, oh, I'm gonna be a superstar. I'm creating a business. I'm gonna be this. I'm like, oh, okay. What do you do all day? Drugs and sleep. So that's the difference. I think is
Yeah.
like the action. Like we're actually working towards it too.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's hard because like delulu is just like a term that it's like everyone uses, but it's not. It's like that's not actually what.
A delusion, medical
Yeah.
version of it is.
Yeah.
They
For
put
definition.
no effort towards it. No effort at all. So I feel like if you're not sure if you're like actually delusional, like I once heard if someone followed you around for a week, would they think you were serious about your dreams, your goals?
Also, to preface, we are not doctors, so we cannot diagnose, but some of us have worked in mental health.
Girl.
So. Oh, some of us have worked in mental health. I was trying to point. So, but yeah, just to clarify. But yeah. Wait, so you're saying if someone would follow you for... So if someone would follow you for a week...
Yeah, if someone were to follow you around for a week, would they think you're serious about your dreams? Would they
shoot.
think you're serious about your goals?
Dang, that's
Yeah.
a good way to put it. I like that.
So I think
Because it's what you do in the day-to-day. It's what you do in the day-to-day. It's what you do. No, it's true. It's your daily life habits.
yeah.
And if someone would watch me in my week, am I being actionable towards my goals?
Yeah.
See, we need 3 mics, and this only has 2. We're
But
still in the work in progress. If anyone has any tips for us, please let us know below.
No, I think moving forward, I think these are good for like in the wild type vibes.
Not in the wild.
Type shit.
Type shit.
You just said type shit.
It's in the wild type shit.
I was
It's
like,
crazy.
this is getting too serious. Let me calm it down.
Yeah, then you're like type shit.
Yeah, I was like, it's not that deep.
No, but yeah, I think like for actual like and then also like when we have like a constant space that we're using, like we have like the standing mics. See, that's an example.
Manifesting.
That's an
We
example
want
of
studio.
Jesus taking. That's an example of Jesus taking the wheel.
I'm having a stim. Sorry.
This is what I mean. Like, this is why I said, should I ask?
I'm having a Why did you do that?
I don't know. I got really excited.
Okay, so we want to manifest.
Instead of just stimming, I'm having a stim.
Why did you verbally tell us you were having a
Yeah, not stimming. Just I'm having a stim.
So we want to manifest a studio with a set space and good mics, and then we can have guests, and we'll be more professional. But for now, we just have 2 mics, and we're just trying to figure it out. So
But I think it's good because it helps us not talk over each other.
we talk over each other a lot.
To me, it's just funny how Shauna starts talking and goes.
Because I get really excited, so I want to hear her response before I'm done talking. So I'm just like,
Kyra's like, girl, you're still
okay, just
talking.
take the mic away from me. Here you go.
Drunk
I put
on the
myself
mic.
timeout. Just go over here.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I think for me, like the biggest thing ever about about Jesus taking the wheel, it's just about other people, because you can't control other people.
Yeah.
Like that's when Jesus has to take it.
Yeah, like actually.
Yeah, because and if you try to change your
That's when Jesus has to take it. It's so funny to me. I think I also take it.
But
yeah.
but then it's like, when do you know, like, to when to? I don't.
No, I do feel like it's most prevalent, like, when it comes to your relationships with other
Yeah.
people, and how
Yeah.
also how you react to their actions as well. It's like things that are in your control are in your control, like things that have to do with you, and decisions that affect you that like affect you positively don't affect others negatively. But then like if it's them and like you can't do anything about it,
For instance, I have a situation. My landlord, she's chill vibes, and it could just be like all in my head, but like basically, long story short, I didn't like a policy that she was trying to have me do, so I went to the top of the chain, as I always do. I'm gonna go to who's in charge, who's really in charge here, and I'm gonna get what I want, like I always do. And I don't think she liked that, so I felt like she like retaliated, like, but it was nothing personal though. It had nothing to do with her. Just like, I don't like that policy. I don't want to do that shit. But anyways, fast forward, like the next day, my rent went up. I was like, okay, I don't care. I'm like blessed enough that doesn't really make a big difference. So like, I'm just grateful that I can still afford rent. I'm just gonna be grateful. And then right after that, crazy. She put signs on everyone's door. If there are incense being used, like, we will take legal force against you. It just like I don't know. It felt like retaliation to me because it was like from her. It was like from management, and it was just weird. It was just like it felt like she was trying to assert like power over me. But anyways, all this to say, it's like I can't control her. I can't control this woman. I can't control this lady. I can't control how she responds or how she reacts. But then it's also like you like kind of like what the guy in the interview was saying, like you don't want to treat people how you want to be treated, but don't let people run all over you.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I take action or do I let go?
Yeah.
I kind of just let go. I just smile at her. I say hello. I don't, because I'm vibing regardless. I'm still blessed either way. But it's like, I don't know. That was one example that I had.
Yeah, you know what J. Cole said? Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me 2 times, but the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, be stuck. Let it rain on you.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
She don't want to be saved. No, actually, yeah. If she don't want to be saved, then
Don't save her.
girl,
Actually,
I can't do that. You gotta
situational.
you gotta save yourself, girl.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is what you can't control is your reaction. What you can't control is your emotion, your ability to self-regulate. I feel like in general, what I've learned, it's harder to hold resentment and hatred. It just has this dark, tight feeling in your chest and your heart. So I'd rather just let go and have like a very light feeling. And sometimes it's harder to do in the beginning, but it sounds like
I wish her all the best.
Yeah.
If you see this, I literally hope you have a great life. Hope things go well for you.
I'll bleep her name, but yeah.
but don't you? Is that? I feel like that's easier to do.
Now you protected me from the law.
Yeah. Don't save it. She don't want to be saved. Don't save it.
That one episode that we like, me not even referring to like a TV show. I'm referring to episodes that we literally did.
Yeah.
There's one episode where Kyra at the beginning, you're like, if you're watching this, girl, literally love you so much.
Oh, I remember that.
Dude, and then fast forward, it got worse.
Oh.
He domestically violenced her. And she had to move. If someone's abusing you, get out of that relationship. You are literally worth so much more. Get the fuck out of that shit. Period.
No, it's not funny. I just, the, like, highs and lows of us being, like, serious and then, like, cracking up, like, really, like, it's frying me.
Also, y'all, we're in Vegas right now.
Do we say that?
Yeah, we did.
Vegas
Like,
edition.
this is like what we're doing in Vegas.
Yeah.
Type shit.
No, I would try to explain to so many people why we're going to Vegas, and some people don't understand because we're not doing any of the typical Vegas things. I don't even know what we're doing, honestly, but we're just
Street
vibing.
interviews.
Yeah.
It's just a change of scenery.
Yeah. I think we just realized we had free will, and we just booked a trip to Vegas, and we'll film some content, so you'll see what we're up to, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we doing outro or what are we doing? How many, 18 minutes?
31 minutes?
Oh, I said 18 minutes? Okay, so.
She's like, I didn't realize I was working overtime. Let me clock out right now.
What stage of life are you guys in right now? Are you letting Jesus take the wheel?
Or are you driver's seat, both hands on the wheel, looking like this?
Yeah.
Or are you somewhere in between?
Like me, I was in the back seat. I was vibing. I was giving some directions, but like
Maybe in the co-seat. What's it called?
Passenger
passenger.
princess. That's what I was gonna say. If you watch the video all the way to the end, comment passenger princess, or I'm in the driver's seat. I don't know.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Whatever you're in.
Anyways, if you're watching this, literally love you so much. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching. And
honestly, thank you guys so much. I love the
Yeah.
community we have.
it's growing.
It's
Yeah.
We're at
oddly-
69 subscribers.
Remember when we had 10, you guys? I mean, it was in our like 3rd episode we're talking about it, but we've come a long way. So
Every time we film these, like, we're growing.
Yeah.
So, and I'll leave it with this: don't worry about anything except the direction you're headed, because that is what's most important. Like, it doesn't matter how fast, how slow. Just where's your arrow pointing, and keep going that way, and you'll get wherever you want to get eventually. But life's about the journey, so just have fun.
Yeah. And remember that your arrow doesn't have to be pointing in a straight line.
You can be gay.